Hi, friends. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Hope you're fine. I've missed everybody. I've missed myself. Mama, this relocation is really telling on me. But then, I'm good. If you're good. Okay, so I want to drop something on my mind today. I hope to resume light bulb moments with Presh, but I'm looking for a time when it's going to be convenient, and I'm going to communicate that when we've started. But then I will just drop thoughts randomly, and maybe not live. Maybe the times I don't have time, I'll just do a video. Then when I have time, I'll come live. I like to come live because I like to see the action happening and people being online. But then let me just talk about it what's in my heart this afternoon. Okay, so I want to talk about what will I title this? Convictions over feelings. Conviction over feeling has been amusing in my heart for like past weeks. And convictions are the things that made you believe what you believed in the first place. That thing that, makes your heart strong over a matter. So in cases where, there are your strong reasons, convictions are your strong reasons. It could come from different things, different angles. It could come from what God said to you. It could come from it could come from previous belief systems, come from knowledge, something you know. It could come from anything. And these things are the reasons why people stick through. The reason why commitment is stronger than love, for instance, in marriage, in relationship, is because there's a conviction that backs that commitment. Now, okay, let me edit that stronger than love, stronger than the feeling of love. So there are for everything you want to do in your life, there have to be convictions. There has to be convictions, the reasons why you're doing it, why you where you are. Why are you going to the church you're going to, for instance? Why you marry the person you marry? Why are you in the city where you are? There must be something that backed it. Now, in every aspect of our lives, we need to have those convictions, and why we need to have them is not because of the first time. The first time when you start something is exciting. When I start a new thing, I just want to ravage it, to do this good. So it's very good to, that first time there's that excitement. You may not need that conviction for that thing. You may need the conviction to start, but when you start at first, you don't really need the conviction so much because already the excitement of doing a new thing is there. You're jumping out, it's a new relationship, it's a new church, it's a new school, it's a new city, and that's good, beautiful. Now, but you need to have those convictions and you keep it because there's a time when it's going to be important, and that time is a time when those excitement has died down. You need to now keep reminding yourself, why did I even say I do? For instance, for marriage, why did I say yes to Jesus? For instance, when you're even in a Christian faith, if you don't have the an experience, you don't have a conviction, something that has made your heart strong with Christ, there are things that will happen to you and you would really like, is God real? Is this the worth it? And the other persons will now backslide because at that period they're not feeling it. The first time of excitement comes with feeling you're high. There's a time when feelings are flat. You just don't hear anything from God. For instance, in that season, you're praying and it's as though that it is just you talking. And you're doing the same things that used to bring goosebumps and chills to you initially in your Christian life, and it's still there like that. But don't worry. It happens to everybody. It's at different seasons of life. You see, the same way there are rainy seasons, there are dry seasons, there are there are springs, autumn, fall, winter. The same way. In the same way, there are seasons in the life of people. These seasons where different things can just happen. You're feeling high. There are seasons where you're feeling low. There are seasons when you don't mind. There are seasons when you just don't want to do anything. You just want to lie down and sleep. There are seasons like that. But your convictions that made you start is what will keep you. So there are times you need to ask yourself, okay, what did God say to me initially about this thing? What did God say to me initially about this man? What did God say to me initially about this woman? What did God say to me initially about himself? These are points where journaling is everything. There's sometimes I have thought to myself like, "Ah, is this really worth it?" But the Holy Spirit now reminds me of something that God has said to me 2 years back, a year back. I was sharing one day on my WhatsApp status that for instance, when I had my accident, I didn't know I had to go through. I went through a lot in that season. A book is yet to come out from that season, actually, sincerely speaking. And I went through a whole lot, and it was like it didn't make sense. But until one day, the Holy Spirit started reminding me of something He told me in 2021. I had is that yes, that's when I was doing my own accident. Yes, 2021, just a whole year before that incident. God has said something. In fact, I remember that experience so clearly because after making that prayer, I fell sick for 2 weeks. Like I made prayer and God said some words to me, and I felt sick literally for 2 weeks. I was vomiting bile that time. And then I thought it was just that. Well, it was when this accident had happened, and I now got another word from God in that season that I really knew that, oh, this is what God was talking about at that point in time. And the name God gave me of Himself, 2021, say around April, May, June, was the name I called Him in November 2022, November, December 2022. And I didn't remember until I went back to the book and I saw it and said, oh God, this was what you were saying. Now, if I didn't journal it, it would be new in my head because our minds are very easy to forget. You can forget what God said to you. Maybe when situation happens, the things are not as rosy as it used to be in friendship, in a marriage, in a church, like in a church relationship you have with your pastor, whatever thing it is, and these are not like as rosy as it used to be. What will keep you standing are the things that already you had come to believe before then. God has called me to this place. And has God told you to leave? Or has God told you to stay? Or for a husband or a wife, what did God tell you when you went into that? For a relationship, what did God tell you when you met that man? For a different aspect of your life, even for a location, the times that tells you go to this place, and then something else now comes out, maybe things are not going as well as you planned initially when you were coming. Now you had come there, you things are strong. Like, are you sure God really said this? You need to remember what God said to you. Has God said, leave this place and travel or stay? Now, this does not mean that God's voice does not change per time. Yes, it does change now, but let it change before you take those actions. You need to go back to God and say, okay, God, this is what is happening. I need to go. Or you need to go back to your convention book and say, oh Lord, I need a new convention. Because for David would ask God, God, should I pursue? God, should I overtake? Should I conquer? Different stages, different stages. God, this okay, he went for that battle, came back. You know, so there are still some people, our children are still there. God, should I still go? This is how we should live our life. Now, I'm not saying that it's very the easiest to do. I've come to some points that, oh my God, this is difficult to do. I'll say that truthfully to you, but that's the right thing to do. You need to check your convictions every single time over your feelings. Feelings are good. They make you feel good. They make you feel butterflies, and they're very good. There are different kinds of feelings: happiness, excitement, anger, resentment. You know, flat emotions sometimes. All of them are feelings and emotions. But one of the things about feelings and emotions are that they are fleeting. Emotions are fleeting. They come and they go. And what you do with the emotions is should be dependent on you and should be based on the convictions that you already had prior to that time. The truth is that sometimes when you're feeling down and out, it's a feeling. It will go. So let me end by saying that your feelings are real. Yes, your feelings are real. And they are real. They are your feelings. And we cannot invalidate it. But your convictions are stronger than your feelings because feelings are fleeting. Emotions they go and come. So at that time when you're feeling down and out, don't go down yet. Don't get depressed. Don't stay there. Do what you believe, even though you don't feel like that. And trust me, the feeling will adjust your convictions as you go along. Let me draw a little inference um with the health sector. If you have malaria, for instance, and you are put on an ACT, an anti-malaria, For the first day or second day, you may not feel that anything is happening. You may feel sick. That's the feeling you're having. You don't stop taking the malaria medication because you feel sick. You keep taking it because you believe that that is the antidote for what you're feeling. By the third day and the fourth day, your feelings will align to what you believe and what you know. Till I see you again, God bless you. I am rooting for you and I love you. Whoever it sees you, you are the love of God. And God's going to give you conventions over different areas of your life and make sure that your feeling aligns to this convention. Till then, ciao. Bye.